Futures trading involves a substantial risk of loss and may not be suitable for all investors. Therefore, carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition.
Looking at the handoff from yesterday's close, stocks were down, oil was up, the U.S. was striking targets in Iran, and overnight we're seeing a bit of a rebound in U.S. equity markets, a little bit of a sell-off here in the oil and also in the dollar. We expect about 57,000 jobs created in April. The consensus is 65,000. The whisper number is 71,000. So something interesting that I was reading was the NASDAQ, and this is for some of you bears out there, the NASDAQ reached an extreme spread. So if you take the 50-day moving average, you look at where futures are trading at, it's 13% above that 50-day moving average here and making 52-week highs. So the last time this happened and that spread diverged that much was September 2020 and March of 2000, and that was the peak of the dot-com bubble. Looking at the metals markets, they're really building some momentum. I wrote a story about the rising volume we're seeing on the technical breakout as traders rotate out of some of the asset classes, like we're seeing Bitcoin, which got to an overbought level in that 82 to 85,000 zone, backing off, retesting 80,000, breaking a bit below that here as you see gold futures extending upwards. Then you get into the silver market. What's interesting on that is that you do have this rising volume that's continuing over the last two trading sessions here. You have a breakout from that downward sloping trend line here. The possibility that there is a double top on the market is there. However, when you get much more volume coming in there, it tends to negate that type of thesis. I've been working with a lot of individual clients on that particular market here, and traders were buying that dip in the December contract just under the theory that we believe that the oil infrastructure, a lot of the damage has been done. It's going to be higher for longer for elevated energy prices, and we believe that the December contract could potentially trade into the 80s to mid 80s, where it only trades in the mid 70s of the moment. And then you go over to the equity markets. Well, they look set to test new record highs here. The S&P 500, 73.96. The NASDAQ up 188 points. You do have the Dow up 140. The Russell rebounding up 12. So 28.61. The Russell was the big seller yesterday here. So copper futures did trade up into that zone where it got to the 620 area, 625. Started to back off from there, had a deeper correction yesterday. And then we get some follow through buying to the upside, a renewed breakout to the upside with a lot of bullish momentum. So checking in on the energy markets here, you got crude oil futures essentially unchanged on the market. So if you guys got any questions, shoot an email, phil@bluelinefutures.com. I was thinking about trying to go fishing with this bamboo rod over the weekend, but fish down here, gonna blow this thing up. This thing's like a toothpick.